Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Thanks for coming in. I wanted to do a general love reading. This one's going to be a little bit different. As I was looking at the astrology, I already did a video on the Uranus Cazimi, the Sun and Uranus falling at exactly the same degree of Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. In fact, though, there is a dominance of Venus energy in the stars right now. I go into all of that in that video, so I won't do it again. In the form of Taurus, though. And we also have just a literal ton of Mars energy going on. Right now, we have Venus in Aries, which is ruled by Mars. So we have Venus and Mars together right now. We have Mars itself in the fiery, passionate, creative energy of Leo. So Venus and Mars are both in fire signs at the same time as all of that Venusian energy is happening in Taurus, and that kind of slow rumble of Uranus and Taurus about to change signs into Gemini, no less. When that happens, actually, as I record this, we're on the precipice of Gemini season. We're about 2 days away. When that happens, though, Gemini brings in the energy of curiosity and playfulness and youthful exuberance. So when you get all of that passionate wind up happening, and then all of a sudden Gemini kicks in, and it's playtime, you can imagine what starts off as a spark can all of a sudden be a forest burning in every direction. So it does definitely carry a caution with it, particularly when we start to get to the final degrees of Taurus here, because that is Venus at her finest. And it's very strong energy, especially with Mars playing its hand. Now, another factor, though, is that, as I mentioned, we're still in the energy of the full moon in Scorpio. We're actually at about the peak of that energy. In a week's time, we'll have a new moon in Gemini, so pay attention to that. But right now, the full moon in Scorpio energy is kind of hitting its peak. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto and, yes, co-ruled by Mars. So we have more of that energy, but Pluto, the caution is that Pluto plays for keeps. It's a very, I call it the sneak attack. It's very deep. You never know what's happening below the surface, even within yourself. And once again, like I said, playtime can suddenly become a forest fire. So keep that in mind. Anyway, I'm here to do a love reading. We'll take a look at some of these passionate energies. I will be looking at your energy, but again, it is a love reading. So it can always be vice versa or interchangeable. Keep that in mind. If you're interested in a private session, I do have a link in the description box below. Let's start off with the romance angels. Let's see the overall energy in love for you. Keep in mind, it's still a general reading, so not everything I say will resonate for you exactly the way that I say it. Oh, wow. True love. See, this is what I'm talking about, though. But beautiful, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. There is that passionate Venus and Mars energy coming together. Don't forget about the Taurus Cazimi happening. Beautiful energy. On the bottom of the deck, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Well, that's true. It can have now the Scorpio moon that's still unwinding, as I mentioned, can go deep into your own psyche, into your own past. You could be processing and releasing things to do with that right now, and maybe taking a hard look at yourself and the role you played in your past. True love, when it crosses your path, can definitely amplify that. It tends to magnify its opposite so that it can be healed. Let's go to the Amore Psyche, especially when there's a lot of passion involved. Because, like I said, passion can feel a little out of control, right? It can bring up fears and doubts. Right now, we have Chiron, our deepest unhealed wound in the collective in Aries, so Mars energy. The Lady Who Waits. I love this card. Look at that lady there. She's like carved in pure white stone. And behind her is the dark forest full of all these devils and serpents and things trying to tempt her. And she's like, I already know what I'm waiting for. True love right here. Beautiful. Okay. I'll do astrology at the end, but we will do actually one of these. And what do we have? Oh, I love it. The divine feminine. There's all that Venus energy. I won't be tempted. Waiting for true love. There's that earthy component in this divine feminine card too. Her hair is all roots of trees. Taurus energy. And on the bottom of the deck is yin yang. I've been seeing this come out a lot. Now, this could be that recently true love has crossed your path. We'll see as we get into it. But yin yang came out in the reading for the Taurus Kazemi as well in a whole other deck. Venus and Mars right now. Okay, let's get into it. What do I feel? With the lights here. Let me see. What are you thinking about? Waiting for true love. Right behind this woman in the divine feminine picture is a new moon. New moon in Gemini on the 25th. Justice, Libra's major arcana. Justice, well, Libra is also ruled by Venus, so that's pretty interesting. But justice is about karmic balance. It's when all of the things in the universe come together to provide what's right, what's true. I only want what's right. I only want what's true. Libra rules the 7th house. It's the house of long-term partnerships. See how those scales are balanced? Interesting. On the bottom of the deck is the devil, Capricorn's major arcana. It's funny that the devil is coming out in this deck for me because I always call this the sexiest devil in all of tarot. Look at him. He's made up exclusively of your own definition. That's the thing, because it is your own psyche that manifests it for you to see what you do desire, what does tempt you. Let's see how you feel. The devil is Saturn. It's about the rewards for the work we've done and the lessons we've learned. And that could be justice here as well, because you did wait. How do you feel? Let me see your heart. Wow. Scorpio energy with death and rebirth. We have 3 major arcana starting off the reading. Transformation. And I love how the mask in this hooded character here is the future. It's the horizon beyond. I mentioned a forest burning in all directions. Look at the forest there in the image. On the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords, air energy. I'm laughing when I see the Queen of Swords in the heart because the Queen of Swords is very wise. And I mentioned with Saturn having learned difficult lessons. You don't come by that wisdom easily. And so you might be reluctant to let it go, to let it drop, right? You're trying to be smart here is the thing. Basically what I'm saying. But the Queen of Swords in the heart, the swords, anytime they appear in the heart, for me, it's like your mind trying to override how you feel, which doesn't actually work. And we'll see where this goes. But transformation, that's nice. Okay. What actions do you want to take? 2025 is the year of the snake in Chinese astrology. I really tie that in strongly to Scorpio energy, obviously. Shedding the old skin. Hey, who do you have your eye on? Because we have the Page of Swords. We had that Queen of Swords, right? And here's the Page of Swords. Observing from a distance, taking note, being very careful once more. Okay? I mean, waiting. And we do have the lady who waits here. Male or female? What are you looking at? Let's see what this Page of Swords is looking directly at. Oh, I see. The King of Wands. Yeah. The King of Wands is very, very attractive. Look at him. He's the king of the jungle. Very appealing. So somebody that you have a huge amount of attraction for. There's that fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sag. Doesn't have to be that sign, but it could be. But it's that passionate energy I'm talking about. All right. What's the challenge? What's the challenge? The Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands, I often call it my fight worth fighting card, but there could be kind of like you're protecting your peace. And see all these wands of passion that are flying towards her as she sits in that bubble of her own energy, right? Blocking out the passion. So that could be what you're doing. Again, justice on your mind. You might be like, no, I better do what's right for me, divine feminine energy. We'll see. Potential outcome. Let me see. True love. The Ace of Cups, water energy. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Look how she's holding the energetic potential of true love between the palms of her hands. It's the beginning of that. And she's protecting that possibility. We also have the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So the Ace of Swords is being held by the Page of Swords. So maybe you want to make sure that how you feel is true. And it's not just based on attraction with that King of Wands energy. Because the Ace of Swords is there's the Two of Swords. Interesting. You want some kind of certainty here of what's going on in your own heart. Okay. Let's clarify. I want the pulp actually. Yeah. The Star is on the bottom of the pulp. Aquarius is major arcana. The Star and the King of Wands. It could be somebody who gets a lot of attention. But the Star is also about hopes and wishes and true north, true love. Let's see just this. The Page of Cups wanted to come out. I'm going to put it back, but the Page of Cups is the first step in engaging that Ace of Cups. It's getting your toe wet in the water possibility. It's a shy exploration. So you're taking it slow emotionally with justice. Let's see. What's on your mind? Interesting. Oh, okay. We have the Seven of Wands here. In this particular Seven of Wands, there's a couple there, a man and a woman. One of the few times there's two people in the Seven of Wands. And she's bracing his leg while he fights off all of the passion or energy coming at them. So working at it together, and then look, the Queen of Wands. Wow. No wonder I felt that passionate energy happening here. But the fight worth fighting for. If you're in Queen of Wands, then you think this person is your natural match. And therefore, we'll see if the two of you, we have new love here. Death and we'll see, because for some of you, there could have been, the problem with the King and Queen of Wands is that, yes, they're, like I said, forest burning in all directions. And sometimes that can be very combustible, and there is this energy of transformation. Like I said, too much passion at times. So with the Seven of Wands on your mind and in the challenge, it could be that maybe you're in separation from this person right now, the lady who waits, right? It could be. Let me see the Seven of Wands. Wow. It's the Eight of Wands. That's what I mean, right? A wall put up against all of that passion. This is pure fire. And now this could have been, look, Knight of Wands. It's exactly what I was feeling. Exactly what I was saying. The Knight of Wands could be, it's fire energy, but it could be what I was explaining about when everything moves into Gemini and it becomes playtime. This fire. Right now it's being held back. Let's see death and rebirth in your heart. What's real? Well, okay. What's really standing out to me is the sun on the horizon there. And we have fire energy. Oh. Okay. We have the Emperor. That's divine masculine. We have divine yin yang. So maybe you're wondering if a person has transformed into the Emperor. You could be, you technically, We'll see where this goes, but technically so far you could be either side. I'm going to read you as this divine feminine. Anyway, here we have Mars energy with a transformation. Let me see the Emperor. I mean, death and rebirth is Pluto. I've been getting strong past life energy in the collective, especially when it comes to love. This King of Wands, my favorite King of Wands. Look at the, oh my gosh, you guys, what? My heart just jumped into my throat. This is my favorite King of Wands. And no wonder we saw that devil. This King of Wands is in full command of his own power. He's standing up here silhouetted against the burning flames of his past. He set it on fire with his own passion, his own confidence. And then we have the Four of Swords. Death and rebirth. A transformation of some kind. What is happening here? That's pretty intense. I'll go deeper into that Four of Swords. You know, the Four of Swords is a time of rest and integration. So what? Is this, maybe this King of Wands needs to get his own confidence back to his former self? Because the Four of Swords can be a time of recovery. We'll see. Let's go to the Page of Swords. That might tell us a lot here. Let me see the Page of Swords in the actions, which isn't so much an action, yeah. Oh, wow. The Two and the Three of Wands. The Two of Wands is like having already made a choice here to embrace a passionate new possibility. And this is kind of waiting for the right time. Three of Wands is wish casting. Look at that explorer there, ready to jump onto the path, but not yet. Page of Swords, standing on the precipice and watching, observing. Maybe you're waiting to see. I don't know. Okay, let me see. Three of Wands. Both the Three of Wands and the Page of Swords are staring directly at this King of Wands. Let me see the Three of Wands. Look at all this fire energy. The Two, I can't even. We have the Two of Swords and the Empress. That Two of Swords came back out. And there's divine feminine energy, Venus energy, Taurus. So, just don't know if there's a past or a past life. I mean, you have the Emperor in your heart for this person. That's how you see them. And you're in the Empress energy there with the Two of Swords being protective of your heart. Remember, we already saw the Two of Swords hiding on the bottom of the deck. So you're unsure. It is saying what I said. Yeah, you're holding back. Strength, Leo energy, Mars and Leo right now. But the Strength card, that's the Empress in the Strength card, by the way. But the Strength card is also about having integrity. And again, you don't want it to be just based on how much attraction. We've seen the King and Queen of Wands twice. There's also a new moon up here. I mentioned the new moon in the Divine Feminine. There's a new moon above her shoulder. We saw the Queen of Swords, who's operational in this Two of Swords, wanting to see clearly before making a decision. So let's look at your King of Wands. Let's see this King of Wands. King of the Jungle. But definitely observing someone here. I mean, it could be vice versa too. Oh, whoa. On the bottom of the deck, the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter. On June the 7th, shortly after Gemini season begins, Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, is going to enter Cancer. Chariot. Cancer's major arcana. When Jupiter moves into Cancer, it's exalted there. Jupiter loves being in Cancer. It is acting upon intuition and emotion and trust. But the Wheel of Fortune is also coming back around. Again, we're getting that in the collective a lot. Not surprised with a Scorpio full moon. Pluto, past life energy. The Chariot is also about movement forward. It's about victory. It's about getting into alignment with yourself. The Wheel is my let go or be dragged card. Look at all this fast motion. We have the Eight of Wands, second fastest card in the minor arcana. We have the Chariot, one of the fastest cards in the majors. I stopped shuffling with the Two of Cups, soulmate energy. Let's see the Chariot. Also a new moon. There could be travel. Let me see the Chariot. What came out? The Two of Cups. Oh, this is my soulmate energy. It's very sweet. It's very romantic. It's true love. See how it has that old school vibe to it? And all of this passion here is kind of being held in check a bit because justice. Let's see the Two of Cups. This reading is ridiculous. The Hierophant. Taurus is major arcana. The Hierophant is about spiritual truth. It's about alignment. It's found within you. But it is also about commitment. We have justice. We have the Two of Cups and the Hierophant. That can be marriage. Emperor, Empress. Let me see the Seven of Wands in the challenge. That's on your mind too. It's holding back the passion, right? Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck with the Knight of Pentacles. No overindulgence. There's a real fear of that. I want to be delusional. I want to make sure I do things the right way. The Nine of Cups is a beautiful card, but in this one it has that, okay. In this one it has that, you guys know that old movie, The Graduate? Miss Robinson. She's all like seductive. It looks like, but anyway, this is being very careful. And then underneath of that, no surprise, the Tower, Scorpio, Aquarius energy. That's Uranus, sudden change. Outcome, Ace of Cups. I'm going to go deeper into that Four of Swords. I have not forgotten. Ace of Cups and the outcome, please. Are you even on? Yes. I'm so paranoid about that. I've had so many run-ins. I'm also trying to find a better miking system. Anybody knows a good one? It's the Queen of Wands. Then the Six of Wands. Victory, the Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands is an incredibly confident, appealing energy. Ace of Cups, a new beginning. And I see the Six of Wands. Calm you down, Queen of Wands. She keeps wanting to jump out. I see you. The Queen of Wands is like, I will win. Yes, I hear ya. Let me see the Six of Wands. The Seven of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is kind of the flip side of that King of Wands. This Knight of Pentacles in the challenge. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the King of Pentacles is that kind of energy. You see them as this King of Wands. But the Seven of Pentacles is about plans. It's about time invested. It's about laying groundwork. Six of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. One more, yeah. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles and the King and the Queen of Wands. So what I said in the beginning, this is that Taurus energy. In fact, this is Taurus energy, Virgo and Capricorn too, but balancing out the passion of the King and Queen of Wands. Now, also, with those two couples in particular showing up, it could be that you two could create something very successful together, a business. King and the Queen of Wands are very creative, and like I said, they're natural leaders. And then get the Pentacles involved with the Seven of Pentacles. You could end up working together. There's definitely something here. We began and ended. Justice on your mind. Justice is the outcome. Justice is the universe saying, this is the reward for all the work you've done. That's amazing. Let me grab the Wild Unknown. I want to see that Four of Swords for this Emperor energy. The Emperor is number 4 in the Four of Swords. I mean, the Page of Swords. You could be in this Emperor mode. You could be in this Divine Feminine energy is waiting for you. For some of you. Or vice versa. Let me see. Okay. No. The star was going to come out. Aquarius is major arcana. The star is hope. Remember we saw the Tower? This is what comes after the Tower. It's hope, it's healing, it's spiritual guidance, it's the true north. The Hierophant. Ooh. Can I see justice? Somebody here could be, like I said, quite well known. Then the Eight of Wands. Wow. For the lightning striking those rods of passion there. I love that, but that's also incoming messages in my books. Okay. Yeah, incoming messages, Page of Pentacles. What are they going to say? What are these? Oh, death and rebirth. Scorpio energy in the heart space and the Emperor. Okay. With justice, that's crazy. Seven of Pentacles. The plan. Death. Very strong soulmate past life energy. Four of Wands. Remember we saw the 2, then the 3, and here's the 4. The achievement of that wish you were casting. The Four of Wands is what I call a safe container for your passion. It's like a home, or I call it the Garden of Love. Okay. The High Priestess and the Three of Wands. Very intuitive energy here. And the Three of Wands is the vision that creates whatever that Four of Wands is. Once more, I'll say there could be communications in the 5D between the two of you with this kind of spiritual energy going on. Let's go to the blue deck. Ooh, this reading, it's also boiling hot in here, so. But there is a lot of wands. We didn't see the ace, so the ace happened a long time ago. This is well underway. What else do we have for whoever needs this? Man holding a coin. King of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. We'll do it. Door to romance. The sun. New beginnings. Leo energy. Hope. Healing. This could be with the sun in Gemini too. And then we have the 4th chakra, which is heart healing. door to romance, the sun, love. Quite a beautiful reading, my friends. And then patience, that's Archangel Michael, the soulmate angel, performing that alchemy, that Two of Cups. Behind the scenes, to bring together what should be together, justice, twice. Wow. Whew, okay. Let's play with the new cards, these cute little cards. Obviously, take them with a grain of salt. I just think they're cute. They're a little odd. Let's get a message here. We'll get one from this Emperor. I feel so lost without you. Well, yeah. Can't create the Empire, the Four of Wands, without both. You need the balance. Okay, let's get one from the Empress. We are not meant for each other. That Queen of Swords. Oh. I feel like you think it's just passionate based, and it does not look that way. This relationship is worth fighting for. Seven of Wands. I am stuck. My finances are a mess. That could be the Emperor, Seven of Pentacles. Anyway, interesting. All right, my friends, let's do a couple of astrology. This could be astrological energy in your chart, in this person's, or just overall influencing the situation. Whew. Steamy. Okay. One more. The third house of communication. Gemini's house. Interesting. Chiron. We talked about Chiron being activated, and then that Queen of Swords in your heart. There's fear, that's for sure. The Chiron is about healing. We have the second house, that's Taurus's house. And then we have Saturn energy. We saw that in the form of the devil. Now, the second house is about your resources and what you can cultivate. And we have that here at the end. Let's do one more. Oh, Aquarius on the bottom of the deck. And then Cancer energy. Jupiter in Cancer coming up. I think it's June 7th. It's pretty soon. All right, my friends, let's close this reading with a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle. These can come out as advice, so definitely take them only as they resonate for you. What an interesting reading. Romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. Look at those Cupid's arrows. 8 of them, to be exact. 8 flaming arrows. No wonder you're like, Okay. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, death, and rebirth, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You'll be surprised where it leads. That's cool. Okay. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Love that. Okay, last one. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. There's the High Priestess. All right, that's what I have for you guys. Interesting reading, really quite beautiful. I hope it helped you in some way, my friends. I'll see you very soon. Namaste.